Hey everyone, it's Sabrina.
And I'm Staci.
And we are
Homeschooled by Two Chicks.
This podcast is brought to you by Vitali Inspection Services.
In our podcast, we are going to be educating and entertaining our listeners with topics such as
local businesses, real estate agents. We'll be discussing topics such as charities and the charity that was founded by Carlo Vitali, as well as talking to our inspectors and the gadgets that they use.
Did you hear that? It's Inspector Vitali and his crew. It must be time for another home inspection. I'm sure they'll check your chimney too. Look at oil tanks and radon levels. Gotta check sewer lines are clear. Termites and pesky bugs, beware. Inspector Vitali and his crew will be there.
Hello. So we are here today with Jus Jackson, right?
That's right.
Jackson, Jus Jackson. And is your first name Justin?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
people call me Jus.
Yes, I like that, Jus, because that also plays into the name of your business. Thank you for joining us today. Let me say, first of all, welcome.
yes, welcome, Justin. Glad to have an old childhood friend on here.
Yes, man. It's my pleasure. Thank you, ladies, for having me. I appreciate it.
And what is the name of your business, Jus?
Well, it's called Jus Grilling Service.
Mm-hmm.
I go out to your house, parties, events. I do personal grilling for people. It don't matter how many people, whatever you have, whatever you want, I could cook anything for you. It's a service where some people might not know how to grill, or some people don't feel like grilling. And I come in and I do everything that you need me to do. And I love grilling food, and whatever you need grilled or whatever you need barbecue, seasoned, anything, I do that also.
Yes, you've done a few parties for our friends, our mutual friends, and your food is absolutely outstanding. It is so good.
Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It made me smile.
Do you have a specific style of like barbecue or cooking that you follow? Any certain influences in your cooking?
Not really. I just watch and learn. I like reading magazines. I like watching, barbecue stuff on TV. My parents from the South. So I just watch and learn, and I might, see a couple of things and add a couple of things to it. But if I have to have a specialty that I like to cook a lot, that I love cooking for people, it has to be barbecue spare ribs.
Yes, and your ribs are fantastic. My husband loves them.
Then you tell him, come again. I'll cook for him anytime he wants to.
How did you get started with your business, Jus?
For years, I've cooked for people. I barbecued for people for years. And I'll never forget, I want to say about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. I made some ribs, some barbecued ribs, and my dad ate them. I cooked them for my family and friends. And my dad ate them. He was like, oh, you need to do something with this. You need to make a business. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. They're not that, I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then just for years, I've been cooking for people. I cook for people's parties. I had people, my friends, call me up and ask me to cook for them. People I associate myself with, they ask me, can I come to their friend's house and cook for them? I'll cook for their families. So I was doing that. I was like, you know what? I might as well make a business out of it. I like doing it. One time I was cooking, I want to say I was barbecuing somebody, staying up for over 6 hours, 7 hours in like 90-degree weather, just sitting over the barbecue cooking. And I didn't get nothing out of it. I just like doing it. I like watching people eat. I like seeing the sad, cooking for people. And my mom used to do that for people. She didn't know you, or even she didn't like you. If you came to our house, she'll make you food. So, it's also food can be a good thing for love and showing you care. And there's nothing like cooking for people and seeing the faces of people's faces. But to answer your question totally, I don't want to go into a soliloquy, but God bless the dead Chef Green. I have to say he introduced me to cooking. He had a restaurant in Trenton on Broad Street, and he took me in when I was like 17 or 18 years old. It was one of my first real jobs, and I was like a short order cook and wash dishes at the same time. So in the back, I did all types of stuff for him. I know one time he wanted me to go to chef school, but I wanted my college degree instead. Never went to chef school, but I know a lot of things that he taught me. There's a lot of things he taught me about cooking and about life. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be cooking. So I do want to give a shout out to him. And he passed away. And there's one thing he always told me. He said, always be clean, especially his hands. His wife, he was in a restaurant, said, look at his hands. People thought he had doctor hands since his hands was always clean. And, and he also told me, he said, people will remember, people won't remember 1,000 meals you cook for them, but they always remember that one bad meal that you cook for them. So always put love into what you cook and what you do, because people, they're not going to remember the 100 meals that you cook for them, the great meals, but they always remember, oh, that one time we all ate at restaurants and been somewhere. I'm never going to eat there again. I had one bad meal and that was it. So it's pressure when you're doing it, because it's first impressions is everything. And so I do my best to try to satisfy everybody. So that's how I really got started.
So what do you provide, like, for your services? Do you bring your own grill? Do you have your own equipment? Do you have a food truck? Like, how does it work?
Low red grill.
Yeah, I got to upgrade, but I have my own food equipment. I have everything, my gloves, nets, and everything. I bring all the grilling stuff to you. I use your grill. If you have a grill, I would use yours. But I also have a little red grill that I like to use, because charcoal is the best to me as far as cooking certain types of foods. But I do have a grill and I can bring it to you it might just be for the ribs or for the chicken, or maybe both. I might start off on a grill and then put it on the electric grill or a skillet afterwards or whatever. But food is nothing, to me, it's nothing like charcoal food. Gas is good, but it's nothing like charcoal food, especially ribs off the grill. It's not like it tastes, the flavor, the juices just melts in your mouth. You cook it real nice and slow.
Now, when you did Sherry's party for her, Sherry bought all the meat before you got there, or did she pay you to bring the
Well,
meat?
you get your own food, because especially with COVID now, I don't want to bring nobody's house. I don't want somebody to be like, oh yeah, he brought this that made me sick, or whatever the case may be. So you gotta be real careful with COVID. So you can bring your own food. You might just send me a list of what food that you want me to cook, or what food that I could tell you what to buy, because some people are not familiar with certain types of foods, or they don't know, the difference between the baby back ribs and full rack ribs, and so, or half chicken and full chickens and legs and thighs and stuff like that, or lamb. So you guys ask me, you give me a list of what you want me to cook. I tell you what I need to cook. I tell you what I need, and then I'll bring my services to you. Just have the meat ready, and I'll season it for you. I'll boil it for you. I'll make sure everything's right, and we'll get down. I like to eat. And
what's the largest amount of people that you've had to cook for at once?
Well, that's tough. I would say I cooked for the Boys and Girls Club before I used to work there. So I cooked a lot when we did grills and cookouts. So I say I cooked for all the kids and staff there. And I want to say probably 100 people, the most.
That's nice.
I mean, they're kids. I cook for parents. So I used to cook for them.
And it's just you, right? Like, you don't bring an assistant or anything?
No, I don't bring, it's just me. One time I had somebody that helped me, that came through. He wanted to help me, and he was good at it. So I let him help me. But most of the time it's me. That's my boy Terrell Smith. Shout out to the Smith Family Foundation. But mostly it's just me for the most part. I don't need help. But if I do need it, I might call on him to help me out from time to
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say, you might get bigger groups of business from doing things like this, and maybe even a wedding or something like that. So how would you handle that?
Oh, I would love to do weddings. I would love to do it. Just me. If we're doing weddings, it depends on how many people. It depends on what you want me to do as far as cooking and grilling. Even if you find a venue where I can cook outside and bring the food in, I can do that. Or if you have a venue that's inside that has grills, because some restaurants do have grills inside
Right.
these days. So I could also do that. Also, I would love that. To be honest with you, find a restaurant with grills inside.
But you do not cater. You only come if you're there cooking the food.
Exactly. Like for a wedding, how they got wedding stations. I do that also. I'll cook at a station, but I don't cater. I don't cater at all.
So we have somebody here getting married, so hopefully, he'll give you a test. He wants a barbecue type style wedding for food.
Oh, all right. I'm down for it. And I do Super Bowls too. So anybody that's cooking for the Super Bowl coming up, let me know.
How far do you travel?
I don't really have a preference. I just don't do nothing too out the way. Well, it all depends. Like all depends because my time is I charge people hourly.
Okay.
So I don't give you one big price. I usually charge people hourly. Maybe if I do weddings, maybe it depends on how many people I gotta feed. Then I might charge you plates. All depends.
Yeah.
But most of the time I do hourly. And I try to make it affordable for people. I don't want to kill people's pockets. I like to make it affordable so people can enjoy themselves. And we all need a break from grilling or don't know how to grill. And it's a skill because everybody can't do it. And the people that say they can do it, they probably can, but I've tasted people's food and seen people's food that, and might need help or need assistance.
Or sometimes it just comes down to the fact that even if they can grill their own food, they want to enjoy their own party and not be stuck grilling the whole time and let somebody else do it and enjoy it and have, your company there and have a good time, right?
And that's why I come in.
That's
I want you to
Mm-hmm.
sit back, relax, let me take care of it. I'll grill for you all night long if you want me to. You just tell me if you have a whole thing of food, I'll cook the whole food. You tell me when to stop.
So how do we get to sample your food if we're not booking a party? Like, do people get a chance to sort of say, hey, if I want you to cook me X, Y, and Z, how do I know what it's going to taste like ahead of time?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because spring is coming up and summer is coming up. So my plans are having a cook-off. Like I was going to have something where a DJ and people could come to a park or somewhere or a venue that I'm probably be at or renting, and people could come and enjoy their food, enjoy my food, cook for you guys so that people can sample, really get a taste of it. And then, have fun at the same time. Listen, I'm usually eating good food. I might just have a side. I might have fries out there, sodas, waters, corn. Come through and I'm make a plate.
That sounds awesome.
Maybe that too. Coleslaw we can do. Yeah, coleslaw we can do.
Food?
Actually, yeah, with the ribs. I had a coleslaw.
That's like a must-have for me. That's awesome. You have to keep us posted on that.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. And I want to do that sometime. I want to say April. Sometime in April when it gets real nice out. April or beginning of May. And then I might do another one in July and August before the end of the summer. So
let us know, Jus.
Oh, I will. I will. I'm trying to start early too. So I'll cook in any weather. That's another thing. It don't matter if it's snowing, raining, fog. It could be a tornado outside. I'll still be out there on the grill cooking for you. So
that's love. That's the love of the grill right there.
And he's always so happy. He always has a smile on his face.
Well, you're doing what you love, right?
I try to be, yeah. Because I know
so important.
People, because you know how it is. People are like, oh, why don't you sit down and eat? Why don't you sit down and eat? I can't do that. I have to cook everything first. I have to make sure everything's great. The only thing I might test is the ribs. Because I want to make sure the ribs
Your ribs are phenomenal.
All
That's
right, now I gotta
insane.
now I gotta make sure we get out there so I can get some ribs.
I wanna
Well, we're
make
gonna have
sure
to have
the
him bring
ribs are
Zach
good.
some food anyway, so
Yes.
he could drop
Right.
us off some ribs.
Tell him, let me know. I'm here for you guys, man. You know
Yes.
that.
We
Yes.
will definitely let you know. Do you have any kind of specific way that if our listeners are like, all right, how do I get in touch with Jus? How do we get in touch with you?
Well, I have a Facebook page called Jus Grilling Service. It's on Facebook right now. You guys go to it. It's on there. I'm having a podcast in February. I'm forming a podcast with my boy. It's called Big Eats, and
I like it.
and it's going to be a podcast where we're going to show. Also, it's going to be video to where we're going to be cooking different foods and different stuff, and have people probably like you girls can come, you ladies can
Yep.
come, and like
Yes.
have different people come and taste the food and have different guests on the show and just cooking different stuff, mostly grill
sounds-
stuff, but just cooking different things and try to get everybody to come through. You don't know who might come through. You guys might come through. My brother might come through. His brother might come through. Certain teachers. You don't know who might, family, friends. You'd be surprised who might come through and show up and want to taste some food. So it's going to be different. It's going to be fun. And we're going to be talking about life while we're cooking. It's not just going to be about, cooking. We're going to be talking like we're doing now. We're going to have conversations, talk about real life issues, about what's going on today, just having fun,
Podcast with.
talking about life. His name is Carl Boss. Kid I went to school
Around here
with,
too.
him and his brother. Brian Boss. You could actually look for them. It's called Boss Entertainment. You can look them up. Carl and Brian Boss. I've been doing work with them since college. Yeah, we had a couple podcasts ourselves, talking out loud, LOD Nation. So we're trying to come back together after, a couple of years because everybody have families. You know how that is.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get a show together so we could cook and talk about life at the same time with different people. Should be
Sign
interesting.
us up.
Oh yeah, you know that already. Y'all might be the first ones. I got a call.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Do we get VIP? Do we get VIP treatment for the
Yes,
first
yes,
ones?
yes. Y'all come in. You tell me what you want to eat, and I'll make it.
I know. I noticed on your site that you had this lobster with like pineapple and shrimp. You grill seafood too, right?
Yeah, I do seafood boils. Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
That's
the boils.
awesome.
Oh my God.
that's another thing. I do seafood. I cook lobster. I do it all. Clams, shrimp.
Hmm.
I do all just straight
Mouth is
seafood,
watering.
I know.
I'm so hungry right now just
Me
talking
Me
about it.
too.
especially lobster. Lobster is my favorite.
Oh, one of my favorite things ever. That's awesome.
So that's another thing too. I would want to get into seafood boils. Like 'cause some people don't know how to cook seafood either. Some people
Right.
don't know how to boil it right. Some people don't know how to do it right. So if you have a whole day of seafood that you want to boil, and I got pots also. I come over your house, I bring my pots. Same thing with me cooking on the grill. Like I boil food, I have my own pots that I use, nice and clean. I show you and everything when I do it. And I'll throw them all in the pot. I'll season it, Old Bay and everything, butter, and I throw them in. I cook it all the time too. So
About would
Big
you do like
boils.
king crab legs in there too?
yes,
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
do it all. Any seafood anything that can be done boiled, I can do it. And if you need fish on the grill or salmon on the grill, I do that also.
Oh, you might have to do a surf and turf cook off. Now I want all
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sabrina's a good cook.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
probably not even close to him, but yeah, I'm excited about it. That's awesome.
yeah. So that'll be nice to know if you need me to do seafood and the grill. I do that also.
So cool. I love it.
That's awesome. What is your business goal for 2022?
My business goal for 2022 is just to get my business out there. I'm not the type of guy that looks for money. As I say, I do it because I want to do it. I do it because I like it. If I happen to make money off of it, that's a blessing. But I'm doing it because I come, my father's a businessman, And my mom always cooked, and I just think it's a good thing to do. But my business, my goal for 2022 is just to get my business up and running, and just get it out there. Let's get it out there and try to make it a successful business, you know, and help people and service people. And that's what I'm good at, and that's what I want to do. So, and hopefully my events come through, come through right. So I just want to get it out there, man. I just want to do it.
I need to book you for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's what you got to start now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to start
gonna
now.
have the first party at the new crib.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be fun. You know how we do, man. And that's my goal, man. Just like I said, just to have successful business, you know, and make people happy, make myself happy at the same time. And if I could make a little bit of money doing it, then
Absolutely.
I'm
Why
gonna
not?
do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So, you know,
Awesome.
you gotta love what you do. As long as you have
Yes.
music, as long as you have music there too. I love music.
Yep. That's a must.
I like cooking and music.
Gotta do everything in music.
Yeah, basically. That's me.
Me too.
That's me. I can go to sleep to it, wake up to it,
Yeah.
take a shower
Mhm.
to it.
Absolutely.
I love music. It keeps me
Well, it's
going.
amazing how music and food can bring so many people together in
yeah.
good ways and get so many good things out of it. So that's awesome. We look forward to seeing more from you, from Jus Grilling Service, right?
Yes. And don't forget about me. I'll come back on too. I want to come back on here.
Good.
Yeah.
know.
You got to come back on when you're ready to do your little cook-off and let us know all about the details.
Oh yeah. And y'all gotta come through too. Actually, y'all might could do a podcast there. You know, who knows?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we could do a live one there. That'd be awesome.
Yes, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Well,
I'm
thank
looking
you so
forward
much
to
for joining us today.
Yes, thank
Thanks,
you
Jus.
for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you. And to continue to keep doing what y'all doing, man. I'm happy for the both of you. And you know, Staci, you're always cool. So you know.
I love you, buddy. Thank you.
Love you too, and thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
Think positive and stay happy.